Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Conservative Political Action Conference. The Conservative Political Action Conference is an annual political conference attended by conservative activists and elected officials from across the United States. CPAC is hosted by the American Conservative Union. In 2011, ACU took CPAC on the road with its first regional CPAC in Orlando, Florida. Since then, ACU has hosted regional CPACs in Chicago, Denver, St. Louis, and San Diego. Political frontrunners take the stage at this convention. History. The conference was founded in 1973 by the American Conservative Union and Young Americans for Freedom as a small gathering of dedicated conservatives. Ronald Reagan gave the inaugural keynote speech at CPAC in 1974. Like the conference's speakers today, the presidential hopeful used it to share his vision for the country, a shining city upon a hill, words borrowed from John Winthrop. The Ronald Reagan Award was given to the Tea Party movement, which marked the first time it was ever given to a group instead of an individual. Controversies. In 2014, CPAC extended an invitation to the American atheists, which was immediately withdrawn on the same day due to controversial statements. Richard Spencer arrived at CPAC on February 23, 2017 as a symbol of the alt-right efforts to conform with conservatives, and was subsequently ejected. Numerous news organizations describe the incident as well as a conversation between Steve Bannon and Matt Schlapp as a possible sign of allying the alt-right to mainstream conservatism in the United States, and raised questions on whether the alt-right would possibly become the dominant viewpoint in the Republican Party. Dan Schneider, ACU's executive director, acknowledged that growing question during Spencer's ejection in a main stage speech which denounced the alt-right as garden variety, left-wing fascists, declaring that the alt-right despises everything conservatives believe in. Fringe groups at CPAC. The 2010 CPAC featured co-sponsorship for the first time from the John Birch Society and Go Proud, a gay conservative group. Go Proud is credited in the media for initiating talks with ACU to invite Donald Trump to speak at CPAC 2011. The 2011 CPAC speech Trump gave is credited for helping kickstart his political career within the Republican Party. Christopher R. Barron, co-founder of Go Proud, who would later not only endorse Trump's 2016 presidential campaign, but also launch LGBT for Trump, said he would love to see Mr. Trump run for president. For the 2012 CPAC conference, the ACU board voted to not invite Go Proud or the John Birch Society to the 2012 conference. The 2015 CPAC featured Jamila Bey, who became the first atheist activist to address CPAC's annual meeting. The 2016 CPAC featured co-sponsorship for the first time from the Log Cabin Republicans. Milo Yiannopoulos. In December 2016, CPAC extended an invitation to conservative blogger Milo Yiannopoulos to speak at the event. Despite his history of inflammatory and controversial views on feminism, racial minorities, and transgender people, the invitation was cancelled when the Reagan Battalion reposted a video of 2016 and 2015 YouTube videos in which Yiannopoulos is heard making comments defending sexual relationships between adult men and 13-year-old boys, citing his own sexual experiences at that age with Father Michael, a Catholic priest. In his resignation speech to Breitbart News, Yiannopoulos says that he was sexually abused at the age of 13 and apologized for his comments, stating that he was vehemently opposed to child sexual abuse and that his provocative style was not intended to marginalize the subject matter. Annual straw poll. The annual CPAC straw poll vote traditionally serves as a barometer for the feelings of the conservative movement. During the conference, attendees are encouraged to fill out a survey that asks questions on a variety of issues. The questions regarding the most popular possible presidential candidates are the most widely reported. One component of CPAC is evaluating conservative candidates for president, and the straw poll serves generally to quantify conservative opinion. Overall, Mitt Romney holds the record of winning more CPAC straw polls than any other individual, with 4. Ronald Reagan, Jack Kemp, and Rand Paul follow with 3 consecutive wins each, followed by Ron Paul with 2 wins. Of these 5, the polls are the only 2 to win more than one straw poll, yet never appear on a Republican presidential ticket in any election. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?